Today I'm going to have a quick look at the Blue Origin Fairground ride. Some people know it as the space tourism industry, but as we're about to see, nothing but a charade played out by rich people or people connected to this industry. First up, we're going to watch a quick video regarding a recent mission from Blue Origin, mission number NS20, and then I'm going to come back. I probably will pause it a couple of times during this short clip, but let's have a look.
I wanted to be an astronaut. 50 years, that dream's been alive, and it's actually happening.
After being involved in supporting our nation's space program for most of my career, to have a chance to experience it myself is really thrilling.
People that have been on this journey has changed their outlook on humanity. I'm very much looking forward to understanding the meaning of that.
Here I am with this opportunity of a lifetime. I'm just hoping I keep it all together.
This launch will be in many ways a culmination of my career. So I want to tell the New Shepard team that I am extremely grateful and humbled by this opportunity.
5, 4, command engine start, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff.
We're going to space!
No, you're not, fella. This is a high altitude 0G rocket. Space.
8, 7, 6, 5, whoa. Look at this.
Again, this clip of them in that weightless environment has got more cuts in it than an old school samurai movie. Why they needed to do that, I don't know. Makes no sense whatsoever. They should have had continuation here of this magic of so-called space. Perhaps this is scenes from a mocked-up 0G plane that they're showing us. But I'll assume it's just real and they just like to cut it and edit it anyway for now.
And there go those main parachutes.
And here they come, back to Earth, having been, as they've put it, to space. Bear with me. So having landed, we now are presented with this scene which I've captured, showing the capsule and the rocket booster. In a very close proximity to each other, I may add. Let me just show you the flight profile. Regarding this pantomime, coming back, showing of course the capsule, how close it is to the booster. I'm just going to show you the map of this area. So I'm at Blue Origin's launch site. This is where the rockets take off from. This is, if I head north across this, you can see the line. This is where the rocket booster lands. Here, you can even see the scorch marks and the feather. Now you'll notice to the right here, over here, I've dropped a pin, an approximation of where I think the capsule landed in relation to the landing site. Now I'm just going to basically come out, zoom out here. I want you to see, obviously the bottom is where the rocket takes off, the green is where the booster lands, and then the yellow star to the right of the green is where the capsule landed, approximately. Just want to zoom out so you've got some bearing here, north to south, which is essentially what this is. The yellow at the bottom is south, the green peg, the top, the end, the landing site where the rocket booster lands is north. And that's our gauge. So I'm coming out. Oh, okay, and keep it fairly straight. As I'm coming out, I want you to get some idea of north and south. You can get a general idea. The booster, they're basically facing to the north. Taking off to the north, coming zooming back in. Taking off here, flying to the north. Booster lands here, and as we can see, there was some deviation with the capsule, which of course is no doubt down to wind. Because if this capsule, which supposedly has been to space, and the Earth was a spinning ball, then the capsule would be dozens and dozens and dozens of miles away from the rocket booster, the landing site. But as we can see, admittedly, this is only a slight approximation. Let me measure. About 0.6 of a mile, just to give you some idea of distance with this, and 2 miles. So the launch site in relation to the landing site, there's a 2-mile distance between them. 2 miles, that's all. And as we saw, an approximation of where the capsule landed in relation to the booster, about 0.6, maybe 0.7 miles. But of course, the problem is they've supposedly been to space, and the Earth's supposedly a spinning, wobbling, oscillating ball. And of course, if that was the case, the capsule would be, like I said just now, dozens and dozens and dozens of miles away because of so-called Earth spin if they've been to space. This is simply a high zero-G rocket, a fairground ride for the rich. Any deviation here that we've seen where the capsule landed is obviously down to wind. Like I said, otherwise dozens and dozens and dozens of miles away the capsule should be because of so-called globe Earth spin, which of course we know scientifically impossible anyway. Now anyone who's going to claim, oh, we saw curvature from the windows of the capsule when it was in so-called space, well, we're going to destroy that for you. Such a damning image. Just love it. Anyway, reference the curvature thing here. Anyone, like I say, claiming they saw curvature out of the window here at the NS-20 mission. This is from the test run mission of Blue Origin, paving the way for what we've just seen, the NS-20. And as we can see here, we're seeing, or as we're about to see, I've taken a picture from ground level and a picture from so-called space, the highest altitude this rocket goes. And as we're going to see, as I've blended the images together, the curvature we're going to see is the same at ground level as it is in so-called space, proving that any curvature seen from this Blue Origin rocket capsule is optical and not physical. Let me show you. Ground level, so-called space. Ground level, so-called space. Proving that any curvature is optical. The lack of deviation, i.e. with regards the capsule in relation to the booster, has proved the Earth is not a spinning, wobbling, oscillating ball, one that's doing ludicrous speeds in all different directions. Any deviation that has come here has come via the wind and not Earth spin, because otherwise, like I said, this capsule would be dozens and dozens of miles away. It's not, because the Earth's not a spinning ball. We've destroyed the space tourism industry here with the mission of NS-20 from Blue Origin, highlighting no Earth spin, highlighting no Earth curve. Sorry folks, you've been fooled. This isn't difficult to break the spell. You simply stand by demonstrable science, look at what's being presented, use a bit of discernment, and all of this space pantomime silly charade falls flat on its face.